softball complex. That's this phase out. I was going to answer questions, but I'm not.
Anybody have any questions?
Circle over where you left on is Mr. Turner, the green, what is that? I was trying to find the paper.
In the upper left.
Right here?
No, no, all the way up where they're turning, that big circle, what is that?
Oh, that?
Yes.
That's a large tree right in that area. My partner in drafting loved coloring trees.
Okay.
You know, we locate every tree along this path and a certain distance where we probably could path. And that's why it's winding so much. We're trying to miss the larger trees. We can't miss all of them. But Max took a field crew and located every one of the trees at a certain distance where we thought the path was going to be. And that's one reason it does a lot of winding. You know, we got a 30-inch oak tree. We're leaving it. We might have to cut down a 3-inch oak or a 4-inch pine, but we're going to leave the larger tree. That's one reason it winds. It also looks better to walk on. We shot every tree you see out here.
We're gonna have any troubles down the road with roots coming up and bucking,
It'll be a lot of years. While we're preparing the subgrade under the pathway, down to, I think we're going down 18 inches. And then we're putting a filter fabric material under it. And then the two types of granite, stone. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you 20 years there won't be roots encroaching on it, but it will depend on, you know, if you want to cut something back, it is, that's all. You know, goal is to try to save as much of the existing trees as we could, and the overlooks, get as close as we could to the bank, so you've got overlook over the river. Make it fun to walk on. It's not just pass out to the middle of the woods.
And I think it's vitally important to keep the natural aesthetics of the surroundings. Right. Y'all would be commended for that.
So the surface of this trail is going to be a finished.
That's the thing.
A crushed, they're absolute finished surface.
Is it gray crushing type?
Finely crushed granite surface.
The gray,
Yes.
a lot of
Well, we're
dust.
doing it 3
You gonna pack it down.
Right, you know, we'll pack down, it's stable. Yes, ma'am.
I'm also glad you're saving the trees, but when would you start this project and how long do you foresee it taking to finish?
We would like to have it started, you know, we've got to go, this will wind up, this really is going to wind up being a DOT project. We're doing the design work. But I'm hoping
It's scheduled for
March.
I'll tell you when it's scheduled for. It's scheduled to be let to contract in September. But that could, depending on how well we get through the environmental phases and other things to meet federal requirements, we could always move that up, depending. But right now it's scheduled for be let to contract in September. And then there's a little lead time or lag time to get contracts executed and get all the bonding and other things in place in order to have a notice to proceed and actually start breaking ground.
And then from the time you start?
We have not come up with a timeline for that yet. We haven't seen the final plans, and so we base it on how much work is going to be done. Now, luckily, in this case, it's not a roadway, which is what we normally deal with, and we don't have to worry about traffic. So, you know, we don't have to limit times unless, you know, we don't want to wake up any neighbors, but there's no neighbors out here in this area. So, I wouldn't guess this would, well,
Come on, Dave.
I'm not going to guess, no, because we have what's called working days, and that means available days to work when it's not too wet, when it's not raining. And a lot of people like to see calendar days say, hey, this is going to be done in 90 days. And we tend to do those So if we say 90 days for working days, then that could be 6 months. You know, so it's really tough to tell exactly.
This is an MPO project.
Right.
Rather than being straight DOT, it's an MPO project which, 3 years or so working on this, and we have screamed and hollered even with Mayor Strange about if we needed a little extra money, David, that he was gonna give us a little extra money out of Montgomery's, but we're in really good shape, good position with this, and I think the planning, what y'all have done since day one, to come up with this nature type look to it, because the rest of our river walk is concrete. But once this is in, and it should be starting in March with the extension from Charles Avenue to the post office, and there's 2 or 3 bridges down there on that project, but you could walk from the post office all the way to the sports complex. So a lot of excitement for biking, for Chris, if we could ever tie it to Swayback, you know, then we go way up the river. Yes, ma'am.
But that's not a bike-friendly surface. If I'm understanding correctly, it's a gravel, so that's not going to be bike-friendly.
No,
If
no.
they decided
It's not
to,
loose gravel, it'll be compacted, crushed, granite, it'll be very tight. But it still will be pervious. So that rain will go through it. It is a very tightly compacted crushed granite. It's not like a gravel.
It's very hard.
Is it an ADA compliant surface? Is the surface an ADA compliant surface?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
if it's ADA compliant, it should be okay.
I forgot to mention the very important part, this trail will be lighted also.
You environmentalist, when he got to talk about 18 inches deep, that doesn't really disturb you. Does it?
as long as that always stays.
There's nothing there.
We're not disturbing a lot of ground.
That's
What's
good.
the actual length?
8 feet.
What's the distance?
Not considering the is.
I will tell you what I think from my memory, but I'm gonna look.
1,000 feet?
Yeah, it's a little more than 2,000 feet.
And then on the edges, the surface is a compacted, what borders the edges out of the edge of 8 feet? Anything, or is it just?
No, not right there.
So,
Except where
I'm looking at the maintenance
we turn down the filter fabric at that point.
Well, we'll require them to flush it up with dirt, and that's actually more for a walking person accidentally tripping, that's a lawsuit liability type of thing, so.
Yeah, it won't be built up, you know, but we're excavating down to clean
Will it be
it.
like a border with the,
No, we're
Oh,
not.
you mean a break or something, or?
yes?
Not in the general pathway on some, we do have some accent areas, on the overlook and a couple other places where we got trash receptacles and a few other things that's got some accent areas like that.
So there's a maintenance aspect associated with this type of trail, weed growth or.
It won't be a substantial maintenance, but yes, I mean, there's always gonna be some type of maintenance. You know, it's like, it's got trash cans all along, and I'm sure there's gonna be trash to pick up, I hate to say it. But it will be lighted, the width and access will be wide enough for, you know, I don't know, you have law enforcement on smaller vehicles right now, but you will be able to go all the way through there. We'll take that into consideration of access all the way through.
With golf carts.
Golf cart or a small, very small vehicle.
Any other questions?
Is the termination point, is that actually,
That's
where are the
Where would it come in?
cages and
They
junction
tell you,
that?
they tell you right there.
I know there was talk at one time that may, placement of those batting cages and the termination point, so.
They can always come back and get more information.